All right, we'll start with an opening statement from Coach Beard, and then if we could take questions just for Dre Davis.
It's a good win for our team. A lot of respect for Louisville's program. I grew up watching Coach Crum's teams, and Coach Pitino is a friend of mine, and Mac's a friend of mine. So a storied program here, and I think the program's in great hands. So a lot of respect for Coach and what he's building very quickly. So it's a big game for us because we had so much respect for the opponent. The way they played in the Bahamas, they had our full attention. But I thought our guys played well tonight, took care of the basketball, got multiple guys in double-figure scoring, and tried to make it really hard on their main guys. So it was a good win for us for sure.
Questions for Dre Davis.
Yeah, Dre, if you could just take us through what it was like coming back to Louisville and getting to play, in front of all these fans again and coming out with a win.
This wasn't really about me coming back to Louisville. It was, really trying to focus on the win, but it was definitely a great experience coming back. I got a lot of love and support from the fans, and, I really appreciate it. I spent 2 years here, so it was good to be able to get back in front of the fans. I missed them. So, much love to the fans, to the organization, the program of Louisville, and, I wish these guys the best.
Dre, it seemed like out there tonight you guys were really wanting to exploit Louisville in terms of their individual defensive, individual defensive deficiencies. Every time you guys got a one-on-one matchup, did you just feel like that was a good matchup for you attacking the basket?
I think we should more so just focus on moving the ball, getting good looks that we all feel confident in, believing in our offense. We got a ton of guys, as we see, that can get double-digit figures any night. So just focus on moving the ball, finding the right person, every possession, and taking a good Ole Miss shot.
Any more questions for Dre?
Good job, bud. Appreciate you.
Dre, how would you characterize your time here at Louisville? And I also saw that you throwing L's down. Is that correct?
Nah, I'm Trey ball. It's Trey ball. That's how that was. But now, once again, like I said, it was a lot of ups and downs throughout my 2 years. That's no secret. We went through a lot. Coaching changes and suspensions and everything from players and coaches on both sides. So, it was a tough 2 years, but, I won't take it for granted. I love my experience here. It was tough. Like I said, it was a tough 2 years for everybody. So, really appreciated my time here. And like I said, once again, wish this team the best.
All right. Thanks, Dre.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach Beard.
Chris, can you talk about this? This is the challenge in your league tonight. Is you might not lose a game. Everybody seems to be winning. How difficult it is going to be this season with the teams that you are going to play in the SEC?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
There's one down.
Yeah. So I coached in the Big 12 as a head coach and assistant for combined, I think, 16, 17 years. And so people would always ask me on that. I felt like I had the platform to explain my opinion of the Big 12. This is my second year in the SEC, but I've been in it long enough to tell you it's the best league in college basketball. There might be another league that's as good because I'm not educated on those things, but there's no league that's better. Starts with, coaching, Hall of Fame coaches, guys that'll probably be there one day. Every team's set up a little bit different. Everybody recruits well in this league. And some dynamic players at the top of the list. Every team has talent, including our team this year. Some really good home court advantages in the SEC. So, I would say from my point of view, having coached in this league for 1 year and comparing it to the Big 12, it's as good as any league in college basketball.
Chris, when you prepared for this Louisville team, any team that takes as many three-pointers as Louisville does in terms of the percentage of their overall shot attempts, do you go into a scouting report just kind of focusing on the ones who do it best, or do you allow a certain amount of guys just to shoot away?
Yeah, I don't think this is a secret, but we try to go into games with multi-layered game plans. And certainly there's some analytics and some percentages involved, but we're always ready to adjust. I think some of the guys on Louisville's team that maybe aren't shooting the ball great statistically, I still think they got some good shooters. It'll probably even out over the course of the game. So we were fortunate tonight. I would say our defense was very aggressive. The only thing we didn't get done tonight is we didn't turn them over as many times as we wanted. But with Hepburn, y'all's point guard, he's a special player. He can kind of control the game. So we would have liked to force a few more turnovers. I give them credit for our inability to do that. But we did force three-point shots, protected the paint decent. We held them to a good percentage. If we hold somebody to 30-something percentage shooting, then we'll normally have a chance to win the game. We got 6 or 7 kills during the game. That's 3 stops in a row. It's always a good measure of our defense, how consistent it is. So I thought we did some good things defensively tonight.
Yeah. Could you tell what effect them not having Pryor had on their team?
Yeah, absolutely. And I said this week in the media and mentioned it to Coach before the game. I hate that. As a competitor, I want the best players in college basketball to be playing. So certainly on our team, but also on the opposing team. Some people always call false on that, but it's really true. Like we go into a game, we want to try to beat you at your best. So Louisville, not only is the timing of the injury, but the adjustment period. I think they'll have to find a different kind of way to play. And coming off the Bahamas trip, these were short preps for Ole Miss and Louisville. So I think anytime one of the best players doesn't play, it's obviously an advantage to the other team.
Any more questions for Coach?
Coach, can you just talk about Dre and his performance? I mean, we saw him for a couple of years here, and he just seems to get better and better every year. What you have with him, what he did tonight, and kind of the expectation of him as an older veteran guy on your roster?
Yeah, I think the fans here know it starts with his heart. He's a hard-playing dude. He cares about his craft. He cares about his team. He's very competitive. He's physical. So it starts with kind of the intangibles with Dre. And then he's a really good basketball player. He can play at all 3 levels on offense, and he can guard different people on defense. But what attracted me to Dre was just how competitive he was. And then recognizing the coaching he's played for. It's one thing I don't think people talk enough about in the portal is you're able to get players that have been coached at a high level, and we benefit from that. So Dre would be one of many examples on our team. A lot of respect for the guys that helped Dre become the player he is. We benefit from that, and our job is to try to make him, even better than he is, which is hard to do when you're as talented as some of our transfers.
Coach, if you could just talk about Sean Padula, he really seemed to kind of take over the game when it was still pretty close down the stretch of the first half. And just overall, your team's ability to keep from turning the ball over. Very, very efficient. Louisville likes to turn you over. Just kind of talk about his performance and just overall your ball handling guards.
Yeah, I thought we had a lot of guys tonight have great assist to turnover ratios. We wanted to stay away from the home run plays when Hepburn was around. He's a special guy stealing the basketball. I don't know if I've quite seen anything like it. I think Sean did play with the right way tonight. His heart was in the right place. He prepared for this game. We had a disappointing last game against Purdue, a game that we thought we had a chance to win. And so this was a kind of a comeback for us. It started with Sean's approach this week in practice. I thought he took care of the basketball tonight. He had 7 or 8 assists from where I was sitting. He's an aggressive scorer, but we need him to be a point guard as well. And so with him and Juju, we feel like we have 2 of the better guards in the country. Their ability to play together, take care of the ball, and continue to improve on the defensive end will be a big, signal in our faith this season.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.